Oh, fuck's sake. Seriously, I didn't prep for this video today by means of charging my batteries. I've just sat down and this one is flashing and that one is nowhere near done. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this one as much as I can before I have to change it. Because I don't think that one is flat. But it definitely needs a little bit of a charge. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing great today. It's Monday, fresh start to the week. Okay, so today I wanted to do a autumn look. Winter, I guess we are in winter now. I wanted to do a brown smoky eye. Good God. Oh, it's my other phone. I wanted to do a brown smoky eye. Forget about it being particular to any season. It's just my mood. So yeah, let's prep my skin. I just want to take this Smashbox Photo Finish Summer Greens Primer Water and just hydrate. Smells so good. It smells like cucumber. This morning I got a drop from NYX Cosmetics times Ciroc, and I got a beautiful bottle of Ciroc with me, but we're not drinking today, it's Monday. Most importantly, it is the Tropic palettes, and these look absolutely delightful. So I wanted to use them today, but I'm like, I'm doing a brown smoky eye. Tropics isn't really for this season. How am I going to do this? But I found some beautiful browns and warm tones inside this palette. I think it's absolutely stunning. This is called the Shifting Sand palette. It looks absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to dip into this one. It's got some browns in there. It's got some oranges too. So this might be a little bit warmer than your average brown smoky eye. Maybe there's a pink, there's a green. We're not going to use those colors today. I might use the green in my inner corner maybe, but we'll see. But I think we're going to just do a brown smoky eye. I also have my Dupe Factory palette because in my video last week I really enjoyed using this palette, and it's super pigmented and it has some beautiful brown shades over here too, so I thought that would be great to use as well, just in case I need something to supplement, make this look a little bit darker, because the browns here aren't necessarily very dark. I'm gonna prime my skin today, which I don't usually do. It's my mood. So I've reaching for my Fenty Beauty primer. Haven't used this one in a minute, and you guys know how I feel about primers. If it's going to be a primer, it needs to be moisturizing, hydrating, while still having whatever that it needs to do. If it's mattifying, whatever it is, it has to feel like a moisturizer. I don't like silicone sort of primers, so it has to feel like I'm applying moisturizer. I'm also sticking with my Fenty Beauty foundation today. I know when these foundations came out, there was so much hoopla about what shade to buy, and I sort of just clocked it. Like I watched so many videos on this foundation and trying to decide which shade I should go for. So I just picked 390, and it worked out. Because I bought this ages ago, I wonder if I still feel the same way about this shade. So I remember that they oxidize quite a bit as well. So I'm taking my Real Techniques buffing brush today, and we're gonna buff this in. I remember that this actually dries down very fast, so I need to work in sections on my face. This is something I actually encourage you guys to do. Go back to products you bought, like if they haven't finished, or if they haven't expired, go back to products you bought like a while ago and see if you still like them, because I feel like a lot of the time we grow out of the stuff that we used to use. I want to talk to you guys very quickly about this show I started watching, and I finished, and I started watching again, and I finished again, and I'm on the 3rd rerun. It's called The Society on Netflix. tell me what you guys think of the show, because I think I'm low-key obsessed with it, and I watched it because I had nothing else to watch, and it kept on like popping up like in my recommendations to watch. And it's very like young adulty, millennially, but it seems like a lot of the series I tend to watch have that same, or in that same like genre, because I liked Sex Education, I liked Safe with that guy from Dexter, I liked, and that one is predominantly about like kids, but it has obviously adults in it. I liked I like a lot of these like young adult sort of like genre. I don't know what this is about me. But The Society, I think, is so good and like so well thought out, just in terms of just like the plot and what might happen in that situation. If you don't know what it's about, without giving any spoilers, the premise is just that these kids, they go on a school trip, and when they come back, the whole town is deserted, like there's no one there, and they're just basically trying to think like what happened. They're trying to find out what happened, where did everyone go, and yeah, I need a boost of hydration. But anyway, I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I'm using the shade number 40. I put quite a bit of this one on because it is more light coverage than I'm used to when it comes to concealers. I sort of just put a generous amount on. I'm taking my beauty blender. I hardly use beauty blender. I normally use my Real Techniques sponges, or I use my Sigma sponge, but today I think I'm in the mood to use this beauty blender because everyone seems to like it, but I've never really enjoyed using it. And this one has dried down a fair amount. It's not too wet. So by the way, yesterday I spent about 2 hours washing my makeup brushes. I washed 96 makeup brushes yesterday. Having a light coverage concealer with a dry-ish beauty blender, I think, helps pick up your coverage a bit more. I feel like if this was too damp, working with a concealer that is very light coverage, it will just completely disappear and give you an almost too natural look, which, I mean, you want to look flawless, you don't want to look caked up, but I also want to see the brightness in my technique as well. To bake or set, I'm taking my Elizabeth Arden translucent high performance loose powder. It's a complicated word. And should I use this though? Oh wait, to unscrew this whole thing. Yeah. I'm just setting underneath the eye area, just to add to the brightness that we want. Yeah, so the show, The Society, you know what I like about these the Netflix originals is that like they use a whole bunch of new actors. Like it's never like really familiar faces. It's like new actors that they're using. Like obviously we first saw Noah Centineo like pop up, and his first thing I believe was on Netflix, or like his big break was To All the Boys I've Loved Before, I think. Or so Someone Burgess as a Loser, something like that. Anyway, I'm gonna set my face with the rest of my face with my black Radiance. I'm doing a mixture of high-end and drugstore in this video. So I'm using my black Radiance mirror. The shade is called Bronze Glow. I'm just using my Morphe brush, and I'm just gonna set wherever I didn't use the loose powder, wherever I didn't bake. I love how warm this is too. I love the shade of this powder. To powder contour, I'm taking my Smashbox. Actually, I'm gonna powder contour with Black Radiance again. And I'm taking this Black Radiance True Complexion contour palette, and I really am enjoying this, guys. I mix these two shades together and just giving myself a bit of a... I really love this contour palette from Black Radiance. Black Radiance is available at Discount, guys, and it's literally like, this is 99 rand. This I think is like 100 and something, or even maybe 99, I'm not sure. Beautiful pigments, I think, in these Black Radiance products. Let's move on to eyes. So like I said, I'm going to dip into this palette from NYX. I'm going to go in with this deep brown on the far left here, and that is called, there are no shade names, whatever, that dark brown. And what I like to do when it comes to a smoky eye is lay down the darkest color and then you work upwards, blending it out. So I feel like a lot of the time when we work with eyeshadows, I normally say go in with your transition shade first and then gradually build and you can go darker. I think with a smoky eye, it's best to work with the darkest shade that you're putting on your lid area first, and then you work to smoke that out, going as higher up as you go, if you understand. Let me tell that sentence again. Found with a smoky eye is to go in with the darkest shade first, which you're going to apply to your lid area, and then you work by blending that shadow out with lighter colors going up into your brow bone, so that it's like a nice diffusion, and that way it's a bit more easier to manage with the colors and the blending as well, especially if you're going for a smoky eye. So I'm taking like a flat shading brush. It's medium size, it's not too big, because I still want a little bit of control on my lid space. These palettes don't have a mirror. Why? But anyway, that's really annoying. And we're just gonna place this, ooh, this pigment. We're gonna place this all over the lid space. And we're packing it on. And you can take that as not too high up, but just below the socket, the dip in the socket. I love the color, it's so rich and really pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend out the harshness up here, and you want to use like a lighter brown, obviously. So I'm going to stick with this palette and go in with this shade here. And I'm also going to take a medium-sized blending brush. I don't want it to be too big, but it needs to be big enough to help diffuse that. So I'm just taking this Real Techniques brush, and we're gonna go in lightly first and try and diffuse that. Oh, these colors are so pigmented. And this is going right in our crease. Guys, these shadows are so pigmented. Good luck to you. Not that it's a bad thing. It's never a bad thing. It's just, and if you're heavy-handed, you might experience a little bit of an issue, especially if you're just trying to diffuse product and it ends up applying so much more than you anticipated. So I'm just taking a clean brush, and on this eye I just want to diffuse this color even more, that transition shade, because it is very, very pigmented. When you've done sort of applied your color, you want to go back in with that brown, because when you have everything on, you kind of realize, you know, it's not as brown as I want it to be, it's not as dark as I want it to be. So you can just go back in and definitely add more color. When you're doing a smoky eye, this bottom part is so important. Now we've added quite a bit of drama. I'm taking a clean brush and I'm going to sort of diffuse that line. I'm not putting any more color on this, I'm just taking a clean one and I'm just diffusing that. So for any smoky eye, you definitely want to go in with a black liner, which I don't usually do, but smoky eye, I like to do that. You could go with a white waterline to make it even more brighter, but I want to keep things dark and ominous. And I'm using this liner from Bobbi Brown. That's looking smoked out and delicious, honey. Okay, while our lashes are drying, I just want to add some color to my cheeks, and I'm going with my Smashbox palette, and we just want to add some color. So I'm taking terracotta bronze, my usual. I'm gonna take our jumbo size all-nighter and set everything in place. You want to take a brown lip liner. I love this lip liner from NYX though. I prefer it over my chestnut because I feel like the chestnut can be a little bit too brown, a little bit too dark. And this one is like the perfect brown. I like that it's warm as well. For a more glossy, sort of shiny finish, I'm taking my Fenty Beauty Universal Gloss Bomb. This, you guys, is my finished look. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a simple brown smoky eye, and it's easy and simple because it's literally just 2 eyeshadows from the most beautiful palette. The NYX of Tropic palette. I really enjoyed using this. The color, the pigmentation in these palettes, while this one, which is called Shifting Sand, is absolutely beautiful. I just got them today, so I just wanted to try these out for you. Sorry, I'm brushing my hair as I'm talking. Yeah, that's the only new thing that I used actually, and everything else you guys are familiar with. If you have any video recommendations down below, let me know, and I like listening and acting on your guys' recommendations. What else? The giveaway is still up and running, it's still in place. We've reached 30,000 subscribers if you haven't noticed already, so we're a little ways away from reaching our targets. I don't know, I'm feeling like I might just pick one winner before our target and then another one when we reach our target, because I feel like just waiting in the balance is just gonna take a while, it seems. So yeah, if you get a DM from me, you are going to be the winner of one of the makeup hampers, and that could happen within the next 2 weeks, so just keep your eyes open. Questions about my nails. These nails, I do my nails, I'm back to doing my nails by myself again, so anytime you guys see me with nails, unless otherwise stated, I have done them by myself. So if you guys want me to do an updated how to do your own nails, let me know down below. I do have one on my channel, but it's a bit outdated. I've changed the actual nails that I use. I ordered these from Amazon and they're bomb. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to comment, like and subscribe, and I will see you on Thursday. Bye. That's